This is the long range Model S, the refresh, 2022. Over here, we have the Plaid, the myth, the legend, the beautiful car. The spoiler's off because I just unwrapped it. Anyway, excuse the mess. The long range is going to become my daily driver until my Model X comes. Then David will use this as a daily driver. So that leaves me with this car. Not entirely sure what we're going to be doing with this, whether we sell it or we strip the interior, make a race car, or I don't know, comment down below what you think we should do. But any of those options listed don't require the car to have carbon fiber. Back to the long range. You can't get this car with carbon fiber, you can only get it with wood trim. The wood trim might not look bad. I mean, you can kind of see, it. It doesn't look terrible, but it's no carbon fiber. So today I'm going to use the car I paid $135,000 as a donor car for the long range S. So we're gonna take carbon fiber out of the Plaid and we're going to have the first long range Model S refresh with carbon fiber, because that is not an option. Now, could I buy these from Tesla and maybe just swap it over? Probably. It's probably gonna cost about $1,500, $2,000 for those pieces, but they're probably not super easy to get a hold of right now. So we just figured, since this car is either gonna be sold, gutted, or I don't know what we're gonna do with it, we might as well just take it out of this and put it in something that we're gonna continue to daily drive. So today, that is the process. Hopefully, is an easy process. I think everything will be pretty easy except for the front dash. That's probably gonna be pretty hard because we're gonna have to take off screen, we're gonna have to take off a bunch. So hopefully that's not too bad. But I think the rest of it will be pretty straightforward based on the service manuals that I was able to get. So you can actually get access to the service manuals through Tesla's website, but you do have to pay for like an hour or 24-hour or like a month period. So that is something to kind of keep in mind. So I went on there and grabbed as many as I could so that I have them for when I take apart other parts of the car. So we're gonna kind of use those. Okay, so back here with the center armrest, this is where I have decided to start. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but I do love this little hidden compartment. I couldn't find this piece anywhere on the parts catalog, so that makes me a little afraid that it might be like built into the car. We're gonna just be very careful. We have our trusty little pry bars here, and we're just gonna, we don't want to break anything in the process. Oh, okay. No, I think this is gonna be easy. Okay. I don't know what I was so afraid of. So just like that, it's just got 2 pins, and those pins just go right here and here to align it, and then you have the 6 clips. So that is that. Oh, it does have a part number, so it must just not be in the part catalog yet. But that was actually much easier than I expected. And here's that little side bolster piece. I'm actually gonna jump out of the car real quick and drop this seat just so we have a little bit more access to this. So this little piece has to come out. I'm gonna guess that right here is where I'll pry it from, hopefully. Always have a trusty flashlight so we can kind of see how to do this. Oh, okay. Just kidding. Straight back. 2 clips on this side, 2 pegs, and 4 of these little guys. And that is that piece right there. So we're just gonna try right back here. A flathead screwdriver oftentimes will help too, just to be able to release anything, to make sure that nothing is stuck in there. Because this does have kind of a weird clip on it. Okay, and just like that. Now, there is this connector here, and this connector is gonna serve one really good purpose. In future models, there's supposed to be some light bars in here. Now, this one doesn't really have that, but in the user manual, it does show that this right here will kind of have like a little light bar potentially in it. It shows it plugs in. And so kind of like I mentioned, this hooks in, and then you snap, 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 pushing it all in. You got your clip pieces right here. So that just grabs onto those. And again, you do have this light hookup right here, but again, this 2022 does not have that ambient light that's supposed to be right there. So here we are on the passenger side on the front. Now this piece you can see doesn't connect to the back like the rear, but based on the service manual that I have, it appears that this black piece comes off with this, which makes sense. There we go. Okay. Yep. Perfect. I just came at it from this top part right here. That seemed to work out best. And then you want to just be careful. And there you go. Front passenger done. So we'll go ahead and jump to the front driver now. Okay, and I kind of positioned you guys at a different angle so you can hopefully see it. This trim, whatever you have, wood, carbon fiber, comes off with this black piece. But let's see if we can try to get it on the bottom on this one. No. There we go. And then just, you can kind of just light tugs, nothing too strong. You don't want to just rip it right off. And now we have the driver's side done. Time check. We got all these out of every single door. There's 4 of them, 1 in each front, and then 1 in each rear. So we went ahead and got those out. We got the side bolster pieces out. We got the center cup holder piece, which is now face down out. So now we just have this huge monstrosity. It actually goes behind the screen all the way across, as well as the center console. So that's gonna take a little bit more work, but real quick, the front doors also have this little blue light hookup. So that makes sense. Everything kind of aligns with the service manual that there should be some ambient lights here. But again, we don't have this. This is a 2022 Model S built in December, as you can see right there, and it doesn't have them. So, I mean, Tesla's notorious for adding stuff and maybe even removing some things kind of as parts supply are available. So maybe this part having light in it will just take a little while longer, but that'll actually be really nice. But since we have these connectors here, I will definitely buy the new panel pieces that go right here and see if we can plug them in and get that ambient light, because that would look so cool. And I think these pieces are about $90 or $110 for each door. So it would be about $400 or so, but if we can get some ambient lights, that would be really nice. Good thing though, that cord is there. So for the dash piece and this, we're gonna have to do some things. We're gonna have to remove this, just pops up, pulls right out. Then we're gonna have to undo the clips for like the lights. And once we unplug this, we will get an error on the screen saying that we cannot select the gears this way or use the key thing. Not a problem. Once we plug it back in, it goes away. Next up, we're gonna have to take off some trim pieces here. We're gonna have to take off this side piece. These pieces, I'll probably take off just to help get some leverage. They just kind of like slide in. We will have to take off the screen though, because this piece, as you see, goes all the way back there. And to get that off easily and without damaging it, you need to take this off. So to do that, we're gonna make sure we get the steering wheel down all the way, in all the way. And then what we'll do is up through here, you can kind of see, right there. That little panel will come down, and there's a little temperature sensor right in there. And then there'll be some bolts. We'll take off those bolts, and then we'll be able to remove the screen, see if this 2022 has the motors behind it to make it go towards the passenger or the driver. Unfortunately, the Plaid does not have those motors. We already looked. Okay, so that is the screen out of the 2022 Model S long range non-Plaid variant. And you can see here the motors that attach here and here for the screen to pivot are not there. So will it ever come? I don't know. And then we'll be able to remove some other trim pieces and then be able to pop this piece out all in one. It is a very long piece. Spans the entire width of the car. So you need to be careful you don't bend it, because some of the parts are fairly thin and then they get pretty thick. So like this is gonna be a very fragile section. That over there should probably be fine. Okay, so we got that side done, but as you can see, it's gonna be a little flimsy, so we just gotta be careful. We don't wanna break anything, but we do need to remove it. So we're just need to be patient. Let the car tell you. You need to become one with the car. Got it. Okay, so now that we got all that removed, I'll go ahead and tuck this back in here. Can remove this for now. Get all my stuff off of the center console because now it is time for a center console swap. What we'll have to do is take these carpet side pieces off. They just kind of bend forward and out. Do some bolts up front, do some bolts in the rear, take the entire center console out, then take the entire center console out of the Plaid, that car.
Oh, my Tesla. It's broken.
And then swap the top piece, which is gonna have all this wood in it. All like this wood and this, it's all kind of like one giant piece. So we'll just swap all that. And then we should be good. Then it's just a bunch of reassembly. So I'm just gonna GoPro time lapse this so that I can just kind of work on it. Okay, after some back and forth, did it. Got these two swapped. There's a couple issues with some of the wiring here. I kept forgetting to do that, and then I kept forgetting the wire under there, which does the light, but we are now good. So that one right there is going in here, and once I get those in, and by the way, it bolts in through the side, and then down and down right there. Those two are extremely hard to get. So that's fun, but I kind of found a little workaround between some wrenches and some other bits along with just using my fingers, and was able to get it in and out. So let's go ahead and get that in here. I'm gonna put that on the seat so I have something to sit it on while I position it. Okay. This wood with the black trim actually looks pretty good. The reason I don't like the wood trim too much with the black, they're both very dark and I like a little bit of contrast. This lighter wood looks really good with the black. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and reverse everything for both cars, put everything back. Starting with the center consoles, then the front trim piece, then the doors, then the bolsters, and the armrest. And then officially, we have done a swap of the interior decor of Model S Refresh. Now, those of you with a Plaid are probably like, yeah, but that kind of looks like my car with white interior. Yes, but this is a long range. You can't get this. Now, if you want to buy all the parts, I think it'd be between like $1,500 and probably $2,000 for all the carbon fiber parts from Tesla. But the big issue right now is I don't think there's a lot of these actually like in stock, and to be able to purchase them you would have to probably have a car with carbon fiber, because they probably are like not trying to just sell a bunch of these when they would prefer them to go into cars to actually sell the whole car. So yeah, I used a $135,000 Plaid as a donor car to make sure we could get carbon fiber in the long range Model S. Let me know down below, is this something you would ever do? I know I've had a couple people reach out to me and ask me if I could swap interiors for them. Maybe I would do it. It's just a lot of work. The center console actually is probably what took the longest because some of the bolts were kind of tricky. But yeah, I'm super stoked with it. So definitely let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about it. Do you prefer the carbon fiber? Do you like the wood? Now, one thing I will say is the white interior comes with a walnut trim. And so what we did is we put that walnut trim into a black interior car, which black interior normally gets ebony trim. That walnut trim in a black interior car looked really good. Tesla, I think you should offer the choice of which wood you would like in a long range car, and even bring back the wood for Plaid. As always though, huge thanks to our channel sponsor Abstract Ocean. If you're looking to accessorize your Model SX3 or Y, definitely check them out. All linked down below, and using code Tesla Inventory will get you 15% off of your first purchase. Our two must-have accessories are definitely going to be a screen protector, really helps cut down any glare from the sun, as well as any fingerprints thanks to its oleophobic surface, as well as a center console wrap, really helps protect that underlying material and helps create your car your own with any cool, fun colors or patterns. That's basically it. Definitely a thumbs up if you enjoyed that video. Go and click here to subscribe here for some other ones, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. And if you have any ideas on what to do with Plaid, drop them down below.